"There's someone already living in the house you just bought," the locksmith said. "The previous owner died alone with no family. I'd found this place through a foreclosure auction. 3-bedroom colonial, half-acre lot, sold for 60% below market because the old man who owned it passed away with no heirs. The estate sat in probate for 2 years before the bank took it. I thought I'd gotten lucky." The locksmith pointed at the kitchen. Fresh groceries in the fridge, milk that didn't expire for another week, a coffee mug on the counter still warm to the touch. Upstairs, the master bedroom closet had women's clothes hanging next to the old man's things, a phone charger plugged into the wall, a hairbrush on the bathroom sink with long brown hair in it. "Someone's definitely staying here," he said. "Might want to call the cops before I finish these locks." The police came and searched every room, checked the basement, the garage, the small shed out back. Nothing. No one. They told me squatters were common in foreclosures and to call if I saw anything suspicious. They left, and I stood in my new living room feeling like I was being watched. That night, I heard footsteps above me, soft, careful, like someone trying not to be heard. I grabbed a baseball bat from my car and crept up the stairs. The sound was coming from the hallway closet. I yanked the door open and found a pull-down ladder to an attic space I didn't know existed. A face stared down at me from the darkness. A girl, maybe 17, with wide, terrified eyes. Before I could say anything, she scrambled past me and flew down the stairs. I heard the back door slam. By the time I got outside, she was gone. I called the police again. They took a report and told me to change the locks, which I'd already done. They suggested she probably had a copy of the old key and would give up now that she couldn't get in. She didn't give up. I came home from work 3 days later and found a window screen popped out. The same closet ladder pulled down. I went up to the attic and found a sleeping bag, a backpack full of clothes, school textbooks, and a framed photograph. The photo showed the old man who died, maybe 10 years younger, with his arm around a small girl at what looked like a birthday party. The back of the frame said, "Grandpa and me, age 7. I asked the neighbors about her. The woman next door said she'd seen a teenage girl visiting for over a year before the old man died. Thought she was a hired caregiver. The man across the street said he saw her mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, bringing in groceries. He assumed she was a relative, but the estate record said Harold Mitchum had no living family, no children, no siblings, no one. His wife died 15 years ago. He spent his final years completely alone, except apparently he didn't. I stopped trying to lock her out. Instead, I left a note on the kitchen counter. I'm not going to call the police. I just want to talk. I'll be home at 6 tomorrow. Please don't run." I came home the next day, and she was sitting at the kitchen table waiting for me. She looked exhausted, dark circles under her eyes, clothes wrinkled, her hands shaking slightly. "His name was Harold," she said before I could speak. "He was my grandfather. My mom cut him off before I was born. Some fight about money and her life choices. She never told me he existed. I found his name in old paperwork when I was 16 and looked him up. He cried when he opened the door and saw me standing there. She told me everything. For 2 years, she visited him in secret, took buses across town after school, told her mom she had a study group. When he got sick last year, she started staying overnight, then full-time. Her mom didn't notice because her mom never noticed anything. She was with him when he died, held his hand while he took his last breath. He didn't die alone in an empty house like the county records said. He died with his granddaughter reading to him from his favorite book. After he passed, she didn't know what to do. She had nowhere to go. Her mom's apartment was chaos, and this house was the only place anyone had ever made her feel like she mattered. So she stayed, hiding from the bank inspectors and the realtors, hoping nobody would buy it. Then I showed up. She pulled out a folder from her backpack, birth certificate showing her mother's name, her mother's birth certificate showing Harold as the father, photos spanning 2 years of secret visits, a handwritten letter from Harold saying he was leaving everything to his granddaughter, unsigned because he died before his lawyer could witness it. "I know it doesn't count legally," she said. "I know you own this house now. I just wanted you to know who he was, that he wasn't some lonely old man who died forgotten. He had me. I had him." I sat there for a long time looking at this kid who'd been sleeping in an attic to stay close to the only person who ever loved her. I thought about the deal I got on this house, about the 2 years of probate because nobody came forward, about a girl too scared to tell anyone her grandfather existed because she wasn't supposed to know him in the first place. "The couch pulls out into a bed," I finally said. "It's more comfortable than an attic floor. You can stay in the guest room until we figure out something more permanent." She didn't say anything, just put her head down on the table and cried.